So you set the equation up like this. This is how the equation will always be set up. The empirical formula mass, X equals the molecular mass, which are always given. You divide by this to get rid of it. And you solve for X. .918, we'll go ahead and round this to 2. So that new number, this 2, is what you multiply each subscript from your empirical. So your molecular formula is going to be Mg2, because 2 times 1 is 2. S2, because 2 times S is 2, and then 2 times 3, so my oxygen is 6. This here is your molecular formula. So that should have been your 2 answers. This is your empirical formula. This is your molecular formula. If you look at number 2, which unit is not associated with Avogadro's number? It's going to be grams. You always use Avogadro's number, which is 6.02 times 10 to the negative 23, when you're talking about particles, atoms, molecules, but not with grams. What do you use when you see grams? You always use the periodic table. If you go ahead and look at number 3, how many atoms are contained in 12.3 moles of arsenic? This is the mole concept. Simple conversion. You always write down what you're given in the problem. Whatever you want goes in the top right corner. It says how many atoms. That's what we're looking for. Moles and moles. These have to match. Just the units only. Whenever I say it has to match, I'm only talking about units. Now, after we have everything labeled, we can go plug in our numbers. What number do we always put in front of the word atoms? We just talked about it in question number 2. We use Avogadro's number.
Y'all, this week is random acts of kindness week. So tomorrow is Team Up for Kindness.
And then you'll multiply these 2 numbers right here.
And then Thursday is
Type into my calculator.
Don't Throw Shade Thursday. So wear sunglasses.
After I multiplied those 2 numbers, I get 7.40 times 10 to the 24, and that is your final answer. 7.4 times 10 to the 24 atoms of arsenic. If you go ahead and look at number 4, what is the mass? And at the very top it says, consider all the numbers in the formula to be subscripts. For some of you it's going to be easier to rewrite. It's Na P2 0 4 6. And in order to find the mass, all you have to do is add them all together in the periodic table. So Na weighs 22.990. How many phosphoruses do I have? It says 2, but you need to multiply that there. So for phosphorus, I really have 12. So it's 30.974 times 12. Let's go ahead and get that number now. $371.688. Now for oxygen, it says 4, but I can't forget to multiply because it's outside the parentheses. It's attached to the parentheses. This 6 does not apply to the sodium. Okay, if there were a number right here, this would apply to the sodium.